Welcome to another episode of the Digital Evolution Podcast. Today, we're tackling a topic that affects nearly every marketer, business owner, and digital strategist: the persistent myths that are still being followed in the ever-changing world of digital marketing. Despite all the progress we've made with data, insights, and new technologies, there are still some outdated beliefs that people continue to swear by. These myths can stunt your marketing efforts, waste resources, and lead you down the wrong path. In 2025, we're more advanced than ever in digital marketing. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data analytics are transforming the way we approach strategies. Yet, some people still rely on outdated ideas and practices that hold no real value in today's market. Whether it's thinking that certain tactics are guaranteed to work, or that old rules still apply in a world driven by technology, it's time to call out these myths. Let's get started and dive into the biggest myths that still plague the digital marketing world in 2025. Myth 1. More traffic equals more sales. One of the most pervasive myths in digital marketing is that the more traffic you get, the more sales you'll generate. It sounds logical at first, right? After all, more visitors to your site means more opportunities to convert them into customers. However, this idea is often oversimplified and doesn't consider the quality of the traffic. For instance, a website can receive thousands of visitors, but if those visitors aren't part of your target audience, they're unlikely to convert. It's not about the quantity, but the quality. Targeting the right audience through well-defined buyer personas, data-driven insights, and personalized marketing strategies is key. Take the example of a company that sells luxury watches. If their website gets thousands of clicks from bargain shoppers looking for low-cost items, those visitors are unlikely to make a purchase. Instead, the brand should focus on attracting a smaller but more relevant audience who values high-end products. In 2025, tools like AI-driven content personalization and advanced analytics have made it easier than ever to understand your audience and optimize for quality traffic. Don't just chase numbers. Focus on driving the right kind of visitors to your site. Myth 2. Social media is only about engagement. Many marketers still believe that social media is only about getting likes, comments, and shares, the so-called engagement. While engagement is certainly important for building brand awareness and fostering a community, it's not the be-all and end-all. If your goal is driving sales, conversion, and ROI, engagement metrics alone can be misleading. In fact, some viral content may get a huge amount of engagement but not necessarily lead to any sales. A perfect example is a meme that spreads like wildfire but doesn't align with your brand or call to action. Sure, you get attention, but the attention is fleeting and may not translate into anything more meaningful. What you really want is social media to work as a tool for driving conversions. Be it through targeted ads, influencer partnerships, or direct product promotions. Content should always serve a higher purpose, whether it's building brand credibility, educating customers, or moving them through your sales funnel. In 2025, the trend is shifting towards social commerce, directly selling through platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. This allows businesses to bypass the traditional e-commerce journey and turn social interactions directly into sales opportunities. Myth 3. SEO is dead. Another myth that refuses to die is the idea that SEO, search engine optimization, is dead. This belief often comes from the assumption that SEO practices haven't evolved or that Google's algorithm changes have made SEO irrelevant. However, nothing could be further from the truth. In 2025, SEO is more important than ever. The difference now is that SEO has transformed to become a holistic, content-driven strategy. Google's algorithms are more sophisticated, prioritizing things like user experience, quality of content, and mobile friendliness. Keywords are still important, but the focus has shifted to intent-based searches, which means that you need to create high-quality, informative content that answers your audience's questions. For example, Google's BERT update and the newer MUM update, multitask, unified model, have refined how search engines understand natural language and user intent. As a result, producing content that directly addresses these intents is more critical than ever. Brands that continue to focus on keyword stuffing or outdated tactics will find themselves falling behind. SEO isn't just about optimizing for search engines. It's about optimizing for user experience and providing real value to your audience. Myth 4. Email marketing is obsolete. Despite the rise of social media and other channels, email marketing remains one of the most effective methods for reaching and converting customers. Yet, the myth that email marketing is outdated still persists in some circles. People argue that social media, chatbots, and automated ads are the new way forward, leaving email behind. But in reality, email marketing is incredibly effective, with a high ROI. Compared to most other digital marketing tactics, email offers a direct, personalized line of communication with your audience, allowing you to nurture relationships, build loyalty, and drive conversions. Plus, with segmentation and automation, email marketing can be tailored to individual preferences and behavior. Take the example of e-commerce businesses. They often send personalized product recommendations, abandoned cart reminders, or exclusive offers to their email subscribers. These tactics help boost sales and retain customers. In fact, in 2025, advanced AI tools are making email marketing smarter and more personalized, making it more relevant than ever. Myth 5. Viral content equals success. Everyone dreams of creating a viral campaign that spreads across the internet like wildfire, bringing massive attention to their brand. But the truth is, viral content doesn't always equal success. In fact, it can be a double-edged sword. While it might lead to a temporary spike in views or followers, it doesn't necessarily translate into sustained growth, brand loyalty, or increased sales. Think about it. Viral videos and memes can get a lot of attention, but that doesn't always mean they are aligned with your brand's values, message, or target audience. Remember the Fire Festival? It was an infamous example of how viral marketing can backfire if not executed with authenticity and a solid strategy. Success in digital marketing isn't about chasing viral moments. It's about building consistent, meaningful relationships with your audience. Focus on creating valuable content that resonates with your community, and use viral content as a bonus rather than a primary strategy. Myth 6. You need to be everywhere. Another common myth is that digital marketing success requires being on every platform. Whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or the next big thing, marketers often feel the pressure to be omnipresent. The idea is that the more platforms you're on, the more chances you'll have to connect with your audience. But in 2025, being everywhere isn't necessarily the best approach. Instead, focus on where your audience is. Not every platform is suitable for every brand. For example, B2B businesses might find more success on LinkedIn, while B2C brands might perform better on Instagram or TikTok. By narrowing your focus to the platforms that matter most to your audience, you can allocate your resources more efficiently and build stronger, more targeted relationships. Quality over quantity. It's better to have a strong presence on one or two platforms where your audience is active than to spread yourself thin across multiple, less relevant platforms. As we've seen today, there are plenty of myths in digital marketing that continue to mislead even the most experienced professionals. Whether it's the belief that more traffic means more sales, that SEO is dead, or that viral content equals success, these outdated ideas can lead to poor decision-making and missed opportunities. In 2025, digital marketing is more data-driven, personalized, and intelligent than ever before. It's time to leave behind the myths of the past and embrace strategies that are rooted in insights, experimentation, and genuine connections with your audience. Focus on providing value, being strategic with your resources, and staying ahead of the technological curve. Thank you for tuning into today's episode of the Digital Evolution podcast. We hope this helps you rethink some of the strategies you might be using and encourages you to innovate for the future. Be sure to subscribe for more digital marketing insights